वामन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, परम गुरुदेव प्रज्ञान कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय, महान सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री श्री रूपाल गुरुवर की जय, की जय, राधा गिरिराज महाराज की जय, हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण देव गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, श्री गौर प्रेमानंद हरि हरि गौर भक्त वृंद की हरे कृष्ण. So today Which Prabhu? I guess you're playing Vaikuntha for now?
Playing a role of a devotee.
No? All right.
Radhe.
Oh. Is it?
Yeah, I did. You can play harmonium if you prefer.
Okay. Okay, well, if you put it like that, I'll play with that.
All right. So today we are observing the anniversary of the Tirobhav disappearance of our Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and the Avirbhav, the appearance of his senior godbrother, Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj. And so many devotees will be coming within a few minutes, but we are starting. Actually, we should be starting with Guru Puja first, but since not everyone is here, we will start with some Mangalacharan and then see where everyone is. There are other big programs happening at Rup Sanatan Gaudimat and in other places all around Braj and around the world, but we want to do something here, small and sweet, where we're able to simply remember the beauty, the sweetness, the compassion, the teachings of Srila Gurudev, and feel separation for Gurudev. Many years ago we were in New Braj, and this was just, I guess, the year after Gurudev departed, and everyone was speaking all Tattva Siddhanta, and Mahibharat Prabhu came forward and he spoke. He started speaking, I didn't come here to hear how much everyone knows. I came here to feel. And it was an overwhelming applause from all of the devotees, and the rest of the festival was just a Gurudev Remembrance Festival with tears of separation. So we're hoping.
That?
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, it was so powerful too. I came here to feel.
You just said what everybody was feeling. But
Yeah.
Okay, so we will begin with Mangalacharan. Mangalacharan is on page 1 of Sri Gauriya Giti Gucha. Jai. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitangscha Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayaniti Namine Shri Krishna Leela Katane Sudaksham Odarya Madhurya Gunaishcha Yuktam Madham Varenyam Purusham Mahantam Narayanam Tam Shirashan Namami Danninam Bhakta Shiromanim Cha Shri Krishna Padabjnitaika Hriddi Chaitanya Leelamrita Sarasaram Narayanam Tam Satatam Prapadye Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Iti Namine Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Nama Om Vishnupadaya Gaura Presthaya Bhutale Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyana Keshava Iti Namine Dhimatyacharitrayo Swashritananchapaline Jiva Dukhe Sadarthayo Shri Nama Premadayine Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Dayitaya Kripabhaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryo Jvala Premadhya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Virudhapa Siddhanta Dvantaharine Namo Gaur Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambhana Sambodhe Padambujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchirananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumestvam Nirdeshta Sajana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhoma Shri Jaganathayate Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna कल्पद्रुमदा श्रीमद्रत्नागार सिंहासनस्थो श्री श्री राधा श्रीलगोविन्ददेव प्रेष्ठानिके सेव्यमानो स्मरामि श्रीमद्रसरसारम्भे वंशीवता ततस्थितः कर्षन्मेनुस्वनैर्गोपीनाथ श्रियस्तुनः वृन्दाय तुलसीदेव्यै प्रियाय केशवस्य च कृष्णभक्तिप्रदे देवी सत्यवत्यै नमो नमः पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्तक्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम् जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे I have to make sure that it's going. गुरुदेव कृपा करके मुझको अपना लेना.
Page 360. One second. Kishori, page 360.
Hare Krishna. Okay. It's strange how someone's showing that much, but it's okay.
Fine, it's good.
Hare Krishna, Radhe Radhe. Good? Okay.
Oh, look at that lotus.
Oh, beautiful. I need to keep this. गुरुदेव कृपा करके मुझको अपना लेना. गुरुदेव कृपा मैं शरण परा तेरी चरणों में जगा देना. मैं शरण परा चरणों में जगा देना. गुरुदेव संग हूँ मैं संत का नहीं नाथ भुलाना मुझे इस जग में अकेला हूँ नहीं नाथ भुलाना मुझे इस जग में अकेला स्वामी महाराज की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, गौरी गुरु वर्ग की जय, श्री गुरु परंपरा की जय। When you sing for Vaishnava? Okay. Hare Krishna. Vaishnava Thakur, a baru karuna karo. You're on camera. Jaldi karo.
Oh, okay. What about Thakur Vaishnava Pada? Because it has the last line is. Okay.
But tell it, Thakur Vaishnava Pada, on what page?
Thakur Vaishnava Pada. And I don't know what means.
You need the book. Here, page 38.
Page 38. Thakur Vaishnava Para avanir susampada Thakura Vaishnava pada avanira susampada Oshuno bhai hoya eka ma Oshuno bhai hayashraya lohiya bhaje Tare Krishna nahi tyaje Ashraya nahiya bhaje Tare Krishna nahi tyaje Aar sab more akarana Shuno bhai hoya eka ma Shuno bhai hoya eka ma Vaishnava charana ja prema bhakti यार के हो ना है बलवंत यार के हो ना है बलवंत वैष्णव चरण रेणो मस्तके भूषण वेणु वैष्णव चरण रेणु मस्तके भूषण वेणु यार नाही भूषणे अंत पवित्र गुणे लिखिया छे पुराणे पवित्र गुणे लिखिया छे पुराणे शेष भक्तिर प्रवचन शेष वैष्णवेर पद तक समना है सब वैष्णवेर पद वैष्णवेर पद तक समना है सब वैष्णव समना है सब जाते होय वांछित पुराना जाते होय वांछित जाते होय वांछित पुराना जाते होय वांछित वैष्णव सा
सदा होय कृष्ण परसंग सदा होय कृष्ण परसंग सदा होय कृष्ण परसंग सदा होय कृष्ण परसंग दीन नरोत्तम कांदे हिया धैर्य नाही बांधे दीन नरोत्तम कांदे दीन नरोत्तम कांदे हिया धैर्य नाही बांधे दीन नरोत्तम कांदे हिया धैर्य नाही बांधे और दशा के नो होइलो भंग और दशा के नो होइलो भंग हो मोर दशा के नो होइलो भंग दशा के नो होइलो भंग और दीन नरोत्तम कांदे हिया धैर्य नाही बांधे दीन नरोत्तम कांदे मोर दशा के न होइलो भंग मोर दशा के न होइलो भंग हो ठाकुर वैष्णव पर पवनी रस संपर ठाकुर वैष्णव पर हो सुनो भाई होय एक मान सुनो भाई होय एक मान हो आशय लइया भजे तारे कृष्ण नाही तारे आशय लइया भजे तारे कृष्ण हो आर सब मोरे आकाराना सब मोरे आकाराना हो जय वैष्णव ठाकुर वैष्णव ठाकुर वैष्णव ठाकुर जय वैष्णव ठाकुर वैष्णव ठाकुर वैष्णव ठाकुर वैष्णव ठाकुर
Gauranga bolite habe Gula ka sharir. First, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, as we did.
Okay. We're gonna do arti at the end of the bhajans, so we don't break them up. We're going to do the arti at the end of the bhajans, so we don't break it up in the center.
I have to still do the offering.
Okay. So after we'll do the arti after the bhajans. Okay. Chalo.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Gauranga bolite habe Pulaka sharira Hari Hari bolite nai Jane babenira
samsara vasana mora kabe tu chahave Gauranga volite habe pulaka sharira Hari Hari volite nai yane vavenira Vishaya Chariya Kave Shuddhave Mana Kave Hamahe Rava Shri Vrindavan Vishaya Chariya Kave Shuddhave Mana Gauranga bolite habe pulaka sharira Hari Hari bolite nai yane vavenira Rupa Raghunatha Pade Oibe Akuti Kabe Hama Buddha Bose Yugala Piriki Gauranga bolite habe pulaka sharira Hari Hari bolite nai yane vavenira Rupa Raghunatha Pade Rahu Morayasa Ratana Karaye Sada Narottamada Hari Ram, Hari Hari Bolite Nai, Yaneva Benira. Jaya Sachinandan Jaya Gaura Hari, Sachinandan Jaya Gaura Hari. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo.
प्रतिपादन श्री नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। प्रेम पुरुषोत्तम सचिनंदन गौर हरि की जय। श्री रूप रघुनाथ जी की जय। No,
Jai Anilo Premadhana, Karuna Prachur. Page 99 by Srila Narottam Das Thakur. Jayanilo Prema Dhana Karuna Prachur Jayanilo जय श्री भक्तिवेदांत वामन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय।
Hare Krishna. I'm thinking, the timing is tight right now. I think we'll just go right into Hare Krishna from Australia. Hare Krishna now. Because we're supposed to finish by 10:30 and there's going to be RT, so it's late.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Everyone all together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Yes. Now. Now. Yeah. I guess so. Put this on top of it. Who's doing the drums?
I'm doing drum.
Give these back to me. They belong to her.
Okay.
I've lost these before.
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Jai Guru Dev. Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Sri Guru Charana Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Satma. Bando Muvi Savadana Mate Bando Muvi Savadana Mate Yahara Prasadevai Hey Bhavatoriyai Yahara Prasadevai Hey Bhavatoriyai Krishna Prapti Hoya Hoite Krishna Prapti Hoya Hoite Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitaite Goriya Aikya Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitaite Goriya Aikya Anakori Homane Asha Kori Ho Mane Asha Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Utama Gati Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Utama Gati Ye prasad kore sava asha Ye prasad kore sava asha Chachodano dilo se jame jame Prabhu se Chachodano dilo se jame jame Prabhu se Devya gyamre prakashita Divya Gyane Prakashita Prema Bhakti Jaha Hoite Abhidya Vinasa Jate Prema Bhakti Jaha Hoite Abhidya Vinasa Jate Mere Gaya Hara Charita Mere Gaya Hara Charita Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Bandhu Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Bandhu Lokena Lokera Jivana Srila Gurudev Lokera Jivana Maha Prabhu Kora Jaya Deho More Pada Jaya Deho More Pada Jaya Eveyastu Shukri Bhavana Due Pode Loinu Sarana Srila Gurudev Patita Pavana Srila Gurudev Patita Pavana Mahaprabhu Chora Jaya Deho More Pada Jaya Mahaprabhu Chora Jaya Deho More Pada Jaya Jaya Guru
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Everyone, please come forward and offer your flowers quickly. Jaldi karo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone, jaldi, come forward and offer your flowers now, quickly. Jaldi karo, jaldi. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare किशोरदास भाभी जी महाराज की जय। श्री सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। श्री रूपानुग गौरी गुरुवर्ग की जय। किशोर गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। गौरपाशद वृंद की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोविंद गोवर्धन श्रवणात्मक श्री ब्रज मंडल की जय। श्री श्याम कुंद राधा कुंड कंग जुमन भक्ति तुलसी देवी की जय। हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समागत गुरु भक्त वृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे श्री गुरुदेव की तिरुभाव महामहोत्सव की जय। श्री भक्ति वेदांत महामन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। आविर्भाव महामहोत्सव की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे
Maharaj? Me?
You. Maharaj, he has given.
Yes, I given. Maharaj, Maharaj,
गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदाले कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय राधिकाय प्रियात्मने श्रीश्रीमार्भक्तिवेदान्तनारायणेति नामिने। नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय आचार्य सिंहरूपिणे गौरप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्री श्रीमान भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव इति नामिने। नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती इति नामिने। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम्। So today we have assembled together on the occasion of this most auspicious day, the day of the disappearance from this world of our Srila Gurudev, Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Ashtotar Shata Shri Srimad Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. It has been 15 years since his departure. And also on the auspicious occasion of the anniversary of the appearance of his senior godbrother, Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Ashtotar Shata Shri Srimad Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj. Many programs are going on in many places. Ours is quite delayed, but I will get to it as soon as possible, inviting the devotees forward to share their remembrances, their heart offerings, their pushpanjalis to the lotus feet of these two divine and transcendental personalities. Srila Gurudev Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj told about the disappearance of any Vaishnava, that the sole reason for their disappearance is to encourage an ever-increasing mood of seva toward them, remembrance and seva. So this day for us is very, very powerful. If we wonder how we can bring Gurudev more deeply into our hearts, this day is an opportunity for us to do so, to remember his sweetness, his qualities, his pastimes, his teachings, his chastisements, his corrections. Everything is sweet about such a transcendental person. I have been requested by senior Vaishnavas that we should mix it up. In other words, many of the disciples of Srila Gurudev have mentioned in the past that they feel that they didn't get a chance to speak because all of the senior Vaishnavas every time get a chance to speak, but the senior Vaishnavas have requested me that I can mix it up a little bit. Some seniors, some juniors, like that, so everyone gets a chance to speak. And whoever does not receive a chance to speak this morning, we will have another session in the afternoon. Bhajan starting at 4:30, although I think they need to go quicker because it's getting late. Because of the time limitations at this point in time, I don't know what time Aarti will be, but I request, as the MC, that you please honor the time limit of 10 minutes. I will be timing at 11 minutes. I will let you know for sure, and at 12 minutes I will not stop banging on the wampers. So please forgive me in advance. It's a very dangerous seva. It's very easy to step on people's toes, to offend the devotees, so please forgive me in advance for whatever offenses I may commit in this seva. I also request in advance that we be careful to keep the subject matter focused on the personality whose day it is today. How he has impacted us, what he has given to us, the speciality of his teachings, the speciality of his person, and anything that you share also will be beneficial to everyone else. On the days of Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev would say, I don't want to hear about kachoris and toy guns. In other words, we should share about the speciality of this personality. And so we all know that our Gurudev and Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Maharaj are supremely special and supremely powerful generals, Vaishnavas, in the army of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And so I request that we keep our focus on these divine personalities. So, first I would like to call Sannyasi Thakur, Pujapad Radhanti Maharaj, to come forward. Yes. Please forgive me.
Yes, you
For the
just
timing.
remind me, huh? Because I don't know.
Okay. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe. Om Agyanatimarandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Nimitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruvai Namaha. Guru Gaura Chandraya Radhikaya Tadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. Namam Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmani Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Iti Namini. आज बहुत पवित्र और बहुत पावन दिन है। आज हमारी ऐसी वैष्णव ऐसी आचार्यों का आविर्भाव और तिरोभाव है। शिला भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोस्वामी महाराज जी की व्यास पूजा और शिला भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोस्वामी गुरु महाराज जी की तिरोभाव। वास्तव में वैष्णव का कभी भी तिरोभाव नहीं होता है। वैष्णव अमर है। जिस प्रकार से भगवान नित्य है, उनकी पार्षद उनकी गुरुजन महिमाओं उतना ही नित्य है। उनका कभी भी तिरोभाव नहीं होता है, क्योंकि वो अमर है। एक लोक व्यवहार के लिए, एक समाज की दृष्टि के अनुसार वैष्णवों का तिरोभाव देखा जाता है। हम लोग देखते हैं हमारी गुरु जी की जीवन में कि उन्होंने किस प्रकार से भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिला प्रभुपाद महाराज जी की मिशन को उन्होंने कंटिन्यू पूरे विश्व में फैलाया। शिला भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद महाराज जी ने जिस प्रकार से जिस प्रचार को आगे बढ़ाया, जिस रस माधुर्य को देने के लिए धरातल में आए, पर सिद्धांतों को, मायावादियों को और कई सारे कार्यों को करने के कारण उन्होंने वो सिद्धांत ना दे पाने के कारण शिला भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज जी ने वो कार्य आरंभ किया। इसीलिए शिला भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोस्वामी गुरु महाराज जी की बड़ी योगदान है गौड़ीय संप्रदाय में। गुरु जी ने सबसे उत्तम हमें अगर कोई चीज़ दिया है तो वो है ग्रंथ। ग्रंथ उन्होंने हमें सबसे अनमोल रत्न दिया है। यहाँ हमारे एक सीनियर गुरु भाई है रोहिणी नंदन प्रभु। दिल्ली मठ में रोहिणी नंदन प्रभु को गुरुजी खुद बोलते थे, क्योंकि रोहिणी नंदन प्रभु एक मारुति वैन में बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करने के लिए जाते थे। तो गुरुजी मेरे कहते थे, मैंने इतना ग्रंथ लिखा है, ये ग्रंथ मैंने स्टोरेज में जमा करने के लिए नहीं लिखा है। ये ग्रंथ लोगों के घर घर तक पहुंचाने के लिए लिखा है। ये ग्रंथ नहीं है, ये स्वयं भगवान श्री राधा कृष्ण का स्वरूप है। इसीलिए श्यामा रानी दीदी ने एक बार प्रश्न किया था 2009 में कि महाराज जी, आप अस्वस्थ लीला, हमेशा आपके शरीर अस्वस्थ रहते हैं, आपका तिरोभाव अगर इन केस होता है तो फिर तो हम लोग अनाथ हो जाएंगे, हम लोग अकेला हो जाएंगे, फिर उस समय हम कैसे आपका संग कर पाएंगे। तब शिला गुरु जी ने बोला कि मैं हमेशा मेरे बुक्स में पाओगे, जब भी आप बुक्स पढ़ोगे आप हमेशा मुझे मेरे बुक्स में पाओगे। इसीलिए गुरु जी कहते बुक्स और मुझ में कोई अंतर नहीं है। जो कोई व्यक्ति मेरे बुक्स का अध्ययन करेगा वो डायरेक्ट मेरा संग करेगा। यही बात शायद रोहिणी नंदन प्रभु को याद हो। दिल्ली मठ में गुरुजी ने कहा, मेरे रहने ना रहने से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, भगवान श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु का और मेरे मिशन का प्रचार कभी रुकना नहीं चाहिए। तो इसी प्रकार से आज हम सब यहाँ एक होकर गुरुजी की इस महिमा का गुणगान करने के लिए एकत्रित हुआ है। लेकिन हम गुरुजी को महिमा का क्या गुणगान कर सकते हैं? एक मुंह और एक सूर्य के सामने एक दीप दिखाना, हमारी गुरुजी की क्या महिमा है, इसकी कहना सीमा से बहुत परे है। गुरुजी की महिमा का गुणगान जितना करे उतना ही कम है। गुरुजी ने जिस प्रकार से इस्कॉन संस्थाओं के लिए भी बहुत सेवा किया, बहुत मदद किया, बहुत सहायता किया। गुरुजी ने अनेक सारे गौड़िया मठों में भी बड़े योगदान दिए, बहुत सारे भूमिकाएं निभाई। ऐसे महान आचार्य के आज तिरोभाव तिथि। वास्तव में आचार्य का कभी भी तिरोभाव नहीं होता है, वो नित्य सिद्ध पार्षद है। इसीलिए हमें ये कहना दुख की बात होता है कि तिरोभाव, अरे गुरुजी कहीं गए नहीं हैं, हम सब के साथ है, हमारे दिल में बसते हैं, हम सब के साथ है। अगर कोई व्यक्ति बोलता है गुरुजी नहीं है तो इसका मतलब वो गुरुजी होने का अनुभव नहीं कर रहा है। गुरुजी है, हमारे साथ है, बस गुरुजी को समझना है तो गुरुजी का बुक्स पढ़ो, गुरुजी की कथा सुनो और गुरुजी की शिक्षा। उनका सबसे बड़ी शिक्षा होता था, आप लोग को याद होगा केशव जी गौड़िया मठ में अगर कोई रहा है तो उन्हें याद होगा कि गुरुजी कथा करते वक्त सबको खड़ा कर देते थे। खड़ा हो जाओ, आज तुम ये टॉपिक में बोलो, वो टॉपिक में बोलो। गुरुजी सबको ट्रेनिंग देते थे इस माध्यम से, कथा करने की ट्रेनिंग। आप किस तरीके से कथा कर सकते हैं उस प्रकार का ट्रेनिंग देते थे। जब मैं 2005 में गुरुजी के पास आए, तो जब गुरुजी के पास 2005 में आए थे तो मेरा दीक्षा 2005 में हुआ। नवदीप मायापुर में जब घोर आंधी तूफान आ रहे थे, बहुत आंधी तूफान। उस आंधी तूफान में एक बांस का वो पंडाल जो बना था, अभी जैसा मठ है वैसा मठ तो था नहीं, 2005 में अलग ही प्रकार का मठ था। बहुत आंधी तूफान आया तो हम लोग माधव महाराज जी के पास गए। माधव महाराज जी वहाँ गुरुजी के कमरे में कुछ बुक्स वगैरह लोगों से बात कर रहे थे। तो उस समय गुरुजी बोलते हैं कि ये इंद्र अगर बारिश नहीं रोका तो मेरे से बुरा कोई नहीं होगा। अब विचार करो, एक महान आचार्य की वाणी सुनकर ठीक 5-10 मिनट होगा, बारिश थम गए, सब रुक गए। और उस आंधी तूफान में एक माताजी का निधन हो गया, मतलब शरीर छोड़ दिया, बंगाली माता जी थे। तो गुरुजी को जब पता लगा एक माता जी ने शरीर छोड़ा, गुरुजी ने कहा ये जन्म के बाद अब उसका कोई जन्म ही नहीं है। ये सब महिमा, ये सब बात शब्द कहने की सक्षम जो एबिलिटी क्वालिटी है, जो पावर है, बस एक आचार्य के अंदर है। अभी हम लोग बोल देंगे कि भाई ये कुत्ता मर गया इसका उद्धार हो गया, बोलने से नहीं होगा, क्योंकि वो चीज नहीं है, वो क्वालिटी नहीं है। जो क्वालिटी एक आचार्य के अंदर है, एक महाजन के अंदर है। शिला हरिदास ठाकुर 22 बाजार में कोरा खाया और हरि नाम का प्रचार किया। वही मिशन शिला भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज जी पूरे देश विदेशों में फैलाया हरि नाम का प्रचार। सिर्फ एक देश नहीं, कितनी देश, 34 कंट्री, कितने टाइम्स कितना ट्रैवल किया। एंड ऑफ लाइफ में जब उनका शरीर छोड़ने के समय में भी, उसके कुछ साल महीने पहले वो गोवर्धन में दिल्ली मठ में ट्रीटमेंट के लिए जाते थे, केशव जी गौरिया मठ, और ये हमारी गिरधारी गौरिया मठ में, ये कुछ में रहते थे। आप विचार करो, उस 92 के एज में भी श्री गुरुदेव किस तरीके से पूरा ट्रैवलिंग करते थे। शरीर में रोग है, कष्ट है, पूरा रोग और कष्ट लेकर प्रचार भी कर रहे थे पूरे ये कंट्री से वो कंट्री, किसके लिए? नाम में रुचि, जीव दया, जीव पे दया। और हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? उन महान आचार्य जी के आज तिरुभाव है, हम लोग सब एक बैठे, आज उन्हीं के मठ है। ये किसी का पर्सनल प्रॉपर्टी नहीं है। ये अगर किसी का प्रॉपर्टी है तो शिला भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज जी का, इनकी प्रॉपर्टी है। आज हमारा कर्तव्य है अपने गुरुजनों का शिक्षा, उनकी प्रचार किस प्रकार से आगे बढ़ाए। तो मैं यही निवेदन करूंगा कि यहाँ जितने भी मेरे गुरु भाई बहन लोग बैठे हैं, कि हम सबको एक होकर, शिला भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद महाराज जी कहते, ओनली 1 मिनट, नो वन इज परफेक्ट। भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद महाराज जी बोलते थे, नो वन इज परफेक्ट बट वी आर इन कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस टू बिकम अ परफेक्ट फॉर कृष्ण सर्विस। तो ऐसे ही हम सब जितने भी हमारे गुरु जी के शिष्य हैं पूरे वर्ल्ड में, हम लोग में कुछ ना कुछ कमियां हैं, कुछ ना कुछ दुर्गुण है। हम उन दुर्गुणों को नहीं देखते हुए सबको एम्ब्रेस, जिस तरीके से हमारे गुरु जी ने सबको एम्ब्रेस किया है, उसी प्रकार से हम सब गुरु भाई बहन लोग एम्ब्रेस, सबको यूनिटी। एक स्टिक को तोड़ना बहुत आसान है, लेकिन एक यूनिटी को तोड़ना आसान नहीं है। तो इसीलिए हम सब एक गुरु भाई बहन लोग एक होकर श्रील गुरुदेव की मिशन को आगे बढ़ाए। ये सबसे बड़ा गुरु जी की सेवा होगा। चाहे जितना भी लोग सिद्धांतों में चर्चा करो, चाहे जितना भी कुछ बोलो, जब तक गुरु जी की सिद्धांत में अगर चलता है, वो गुरु जी को वाणी को आगे नहीं बढ़ाता है, क्या फायदा ऐसा सिद्धांतों को जानने का? क्या फायदा? बड़े बड़े बातें हंगने से कुछ नहीं होता है, श्लोक पे श्लोक मारने से कुछ नहीं होता है। पर गुरु जी की सिद्धांतों को चलेंगे, गुरु जी की सिद्धांतों को लेके चलेंगे, यही हमारा उद्देश्य होना चाहिए। वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधु एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवभ्यो नमो नमः। I am sorry. I want to speak in English due to my grammar, due to my sentence. I thought to speak in Hindi because all time I used to speak in Hindi. So my language, I am very very sorry for all Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you, Maharaj Ji, for coming and sharing. Our Gurudev's mother tongue is also Hindi. So for all of us who don't yet speak Hindi, one day we should learn. One quick important message. Does everyone see that table over there with the books on it? Today, they are all discounted, 15% less than usual. So if you would like to purchase Srila Gurudev's books to distribute, and you want to make a 15% profit, now is the time to do it. No, really, they're 15% off, so take advantage of the discount and purchase as many as you can. Next, I would like to call Rohini Nandan Prabhu to please come forward and represent Gurudev by speaking in English. Thank you. Rohini Nandan Prabhu is a very senior disciple of our Srila Gurudev. Would you like a chair? And has been... Okay. He's been preaching Srila Gurudev's mission and representing his teachings everywhere. I've been to many college programs with Prabhuji, and he is impacting thousands and thousands and thousands of people. These days, especially young people, to take an interest in the Bhakti Dharma, as our Gurudev was giving it. So Rohini Nandan Prabhu is doing big seva for Gurudev for many, many years until now and never stopping. So...
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak something about on this auspicious occasion of Tirobhav Tithi of our Gurudev and Avirbhav Tithi of Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj. I am feeling very honored, especially to speak in front of so many devotees from so many countries. Actually, Prabhuji has said that time is less, so I would like to straight away come to some points, my sweet memories with Gurudev, especially when no one used to ask him questions, because Madhav Maharaj was very strict, that because Gurudev is not feeling well, don't ask him any question or anything, so everyone was very fearful. So I was the first one to start. So Gurudev was walking in Govardhan, and he was not feeling well. But when I came to Gurudev, I had a dream, because when I was reading Prabhupada Swamiji's books in ISKCON, then I used to feel that when will that pure devotee come in my life, that I may also ask questions to him. So that was the thing in my heart. But when I saw him, and I was fearful of asking him any question, but then after few of my meetings with Gurudev, he used to remember me and ask everyone, where is Rohini Nandan? Which shows that he was ready to take questions and he wanted to remove all our doubts. Because I used to ask him everything, any question, because he used to look at me, I used to ask questions, whether it makes sense or not, I don't know, but he used to like those questions. Sometimes he used to tell me, now today you ask me that question, so that there are many new people, their doubts will be cleared. So he used to tell me, you ask this question to me. So one of the questions which I asked him, because I was walking with him in the morning, and those were nearly every time it was morning walk. So I was walking with him in Govardhan. There happened to pass by a dog which was bleeding, and the neck was nearly, cut off from the body. And I looked at, and that day, Madhav Maharaj was not present. And Gurudev had put his hand on my shoulder, and he was walking with me, and other devotees were also there. So I saw the dog, and it was bleeding, and Govardhan, I saw Govardhan also, and I could see that bleeding dog, and I asked Gurudev one question. I said, Gurudev, and Gurudev's hand was here, he was pressing it and pulling me here. No, don't ask any question. I was looking at, then he was pushing me, no, don't look at that. So I thought, maybe what is the mood of Gurudev? I am trying to ask question, he's stopping me. But he was not feeling well, this was sure, but that was his leela. So after a few hundred steps, there was a stone on the road itself, the roadside. He sat on the stone. Then I said, Gurudev, you stopped me. I wanted to ask a question. He said, I know what question you were asking me. I said, Gurudev, you know the question? He said, yes. Then he told me what I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask him that this dog is suffering so much, and there is so much suffering in this world, and the neck is nearly out and it is all bleeding over here. Gurudev replied by saying, Idam shariram parinam pishlam. This is the shlok which I memorized after what Gurudev told me. Idam shariram parinam pishlam patati avashyam shat sandhi jarjaram. Kim oshdim mood durmate niramyam krishna rasayan piba. This is what Gurudev told me. I could not follow because Sanskrit we didn't know it. Then he said, this is from Mukund Mala Stotra, Raja Kul Shekhar. Idam Shariram, oh my dear friend, don't think that you are not going to pass this old age. Idam Shariram, Idam means this body. Today it may be obeying your instructions. Idam Shariram Parinam Pishlam. But at the end, what is the result of this body? That you are going to suffer the old age. This is the way. The body is like that. Idam shariram parinam. You have to leave this body. It is not going to be in your control. Gurudev wanted to point to himself that look, old age will come like this to you also. I am showing you. Patati avashyam. Surely is going to fall one day. This body is going to fall one day. Don't be so much egoistic that you are control and you are the controller. Idam shariram parinam pishlam patatit avashyam shat sandhi jarjaram. Shat sandhi. Shat means 100. Sandhi means there are hundreds of joints in this body. Today we can move this body everywhere and it is under our control. But slowly, when this old age is going to come, all these flexible things are going to become stiff and it is not going to be in your control. Gurudev was very serious. Patati avashyam shat sandhi jarjaram. Kim oshadim. Which medicine you are believing in? Kim oshadim. Do you have any medicine for this? Kim oshadim mood. Oh you fool. Mood durmate. Oh you wicked mind. You are thinking that you are going to control your old age. Don't think that, oh, I have got big insurance and everything is there with me and every medicine will come to serve me. He said nothing will work. Shatasandhi charjaram. All these joints are going to finish one day and you are going to become absolutely nothing will be there in control. Kim oshadim. Which medicine you are believing? Kim oshadim mood durmate niramyam krishna rasayan piba. Oh, please take the best medicine which is being offered. Krishna rasayan. Krishna, the medicine of Krishna name, please take it. Then Gurudev told me, look, I am in old age now. Don't think that you will also not come in this old age one day. Everyone has to go through it. So be careful. So we have to be serious at every minute. Maharaj was explaining that we have to be very careful because today we are celebrating Gurudev's disappearance day. Gurudev has left two wealths. I have heard. There are two types of wealth. I explain this every time, everywhere, whether people like it or not. Gurudev said there are two types of wealth. When Gurus come, they give two types. Just like a father in this material world, when he goes from this world, he leaves two types of wealth. One is his big bungalow, his money, his bank balance and everything, his fame. And the second is the principles on which your father laid the life. There are two types of wealth. So the father, just like the father leaves this world, Gurudev also will leave one day. But they also leave two types of wealth. Now the question asked by our Guru is, where is the fight? Where is the fight? The fight for these two wealth. Where is the fight? Is there any fight on the principles and the bhav which he has given? Our father, he gave us the principles and how to lead the life. And the second is his material wealth things. The first is his mood, the bhav, his principles of life. The father may be having few children. Where is the fight? The children fight. Everyone knows why they fight. Why they fight? For the principles and the bhav of what father has left? No. They fight for the wealth, the money, the bank balance. This is what Gurudev said. The Gurudev is also going to leave two types of wealth. The mat, the fame, the bank balance. And the second is the bhav or the principles which are there. Now, the fight happens for what Gurudev predicted. That there is a fight for wealth, the bank balance, the fame, and the I am this, I am that, I am Guruvar. This is the way they are going to fight, Gurudev told us. And the second wealth is the mood, the bhav of our parampara. I am sorry to say, I join my hands. The parampara wealth is being destroyed everywhere now. I am sorry to say, the 6 Goswamis now are being believed that they took Diksha from one parampara. And I don't want to take the name because there are too many. Because that Guru who gives the YouTube lecture, in 5 minutes there are 25 lakh views of that Guru. 25 lakh views for that Guru. And he says that Rup Goswami and all your 6 Goswamis have taken Diksha from their parampara. And do you know what is Parakiya Bhav? What is Parakiya Bhav is only there in our Gaudiya Sampradaya. Even in our 7 Goswami temples, you go to Shyam Sundar. It's one of our temples we visit. You know what is their principle? That Parakiya Ras is there in this world only. And Parakiya Ras is not there. There is Swakiya. Swakiya means what? That the gopis, they don't have husband, but they meet Krishna, they have Ras Leela, they have everything, but they are not married. This is Swakiya. That eternal Swakiya is there, but this Parakiya thing is over here in this material world. I was myself giving a few of my friends were there, we were lecturing in Nandagaon. One of the main pandas of Nand Bhavan, he became very angry with me when I said Radhaji is married. Radhaji is married and the Javat is her place where husband also stays. He got so angry with me that don't say like this, Prabhu. Don't. Because she is pure and there is no one more pure than her. So I agree with all your things, but don't say she is married. So then I said, what is Javat? Then he could not. He says, oh, Abhimanyu was a king, but he was never married. And all these gopis, they are not married. Don't say like this. So this is the wealth which has been destroyed. Our Guruvars have given a wealth that in Parakiya mood, in that Parakiya mood, when gopis are going to run to hear that Venu of Krishna, they will leave their husbands. Do you know what is the proof for this? Yes, you should know it because that is our real wealth. Pati sutanvaya bhratra bandhavan ati vilangyate anyachyuta gata gati vidastuvon geet mohita gitavayoshita kastiche nishi. We all know Gopi Geet. This is the 16th of Gopi Geet, where gopis are saying Pati. That means they have husbands. Pati Sut Anvaya. Sut means they have children. Now here Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakurpad says that these children may be of their nanad, that is their sister-in-law and things. They don't have children, so they have a bhav and they think that they have a husband. So this mood creates a Parakiya Ras. This is what Rup Goswami is saying. This Parakiya Ras is superior to Swakiya. What is the superiority of this? There are 4 principles of superiority of Parakiya Ras. You should know it. This is the wealth Gurudev has given us. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakurpad, Narottam Das Thakur, they are ours. They did not take Diksha. They only discovered Vrindavan. Is there anyone who can say this to everyone? No. We are having so many Hanumans and so many things. Have they got the entry into that Ras Leela? If supposing Hanuman comes up and sees the Ras Leela, will he not get fainted? He is in Dasaras. We respect him. But has he got a place in Vrindavan where he will see all these gopis? How he can see? Does Sita ji do man with Ramji? Okay, now if Swakiya Ras and Parakiya Ras, now we come to our people who are following our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and they are saying Parakiya Ras is not there, only Swakiya is there. There are 4 qualities of Parakiya Ras which is not there in Swakiya Ras. Now this is the mood we have to chant. We have to chant in this. When we chant Hare Krishna, we have to feel what? We are manjaris. This is the mood, this is the wealth they have given us. And we are fearful of saying that. If we are going to hide this, this is our wealth. This is the mood which Gurudev has given. I will show you what Gurudev has written. Atmanam chinte tatra tar madhya manoramam. Gurudev has written the translation on this, that we have to understand that we are like that we are manjaris married to a gop, and when we hear the Venu, then we run towards Krishna, leaving our husband. Pati Sutan Vaya, what does this mean? That they are leaving their husband. That means Parakiras. Pati Sutan Vaya, Bhratra Bandh. Bhrat means they leave their brothers, they leave their husbands, they leave their family and run. So this means Parakiras, they are married. That is a mood they have and they run. So if you say no, then Gopi Geet. You are offending Gopi Geet. You are offenders to Gopi Geet. Kunj Bihari. What does Kunj Bihari? If you translate this Kunj, Kunj means grooves, or at the place where Krishna is going to hide and meet the gopis. If they were married, they can meet in their bedroom, in their house, like Krishna in Dwarka. He can meet. Anyway, time is being short, and I wish I could have got more time so that we can discuss the real wealth given by our Guru Parampara. So we are only fighting with one wealth, and that is, this is my mutt and that is your mutt. That is not the real wealth. Gurudev will never be happy, just like the father. Will he be happy when the children are fighting and taking them to the court? Oh, this wealth belongs to me, this wealth belongs, my father gave it to me, my father gave it to me. Father will never be happy. Father will be happy with the son who says, yes, these are the principles on which my father used to stay. I will follow those principles. This is the principle we have to save. It is going away from our hand. We ourselves are unable to explain. Even our Radha Shams from the temple is saying like this. Then our people ourselves don't know the real wealth. That is the mood we have to chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare.
We need another extended session with Rohini Nandan Prabhu. Yes, but he actually stays right up there. So some of your college classes can be here for us. It'll be very appreciated. Yes. Really quick.
Really quick, excuse me. Ajnanatimirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. As Rohini Nandan Prabhu was speaking, I remember when we were in New Braj with Srila Gurudev, and he stopped and he said, "You are all so fortunate to be here now, in this association, hearing this kind of Hari Katha." And then he said, in 100 or 200 years, it will hardly be found anywhere. So, as he was saying, we need to understand what the wealth that our Guru Varg is giving us. Slowly, the Dham is being covered. Slowly, all of the messages that our Guru Dev and Guru Varg have given. We saw so quickly how people turned against our Guru Dev's Siddhanta and Tattva as soon as he left this world. Imagine 10, 20, 50 more years. It won't be recognizable. So thank you. Thank you.
And the duty of all of us, supposed disciples of our Gurudev, is to not only very, very intently follow his instructions, but to boldly preach those instructions to others if we want to maintain his teachings and preaching. Next, I would like to call Vrindavan Vilasini Didi to please come forward and offer your Shraddha Pushpanjali at the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev. Is he here? Sorry. For your neck, you have to look down, right? Like he said about the body, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I think it's too close.
No. It's not.
Because this is where I'm straight, okay?
I can just turn up the volume.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. It's okay?
Yeah. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jananjana Salakaya Chakshun Militamena Tasmai Shri Shri Chaitanya Manopistam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Namo Mahavadhanaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaurava Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. First of all, I'd like to offer my heartfelt Puspanjali to the lotus feet of my Harinam Diksha Guru, my life and soul, the one who saved me, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, my life and soul. Second of all, to our beloved Shiksha Guru, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. It's his disappearance day today. And to Srila Bhaktivigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj. And to Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj, who's his appearance day today. You have to, please forgive me, my memory is not always so great these days, but I will try my best. So we've been talking about Srila Gurudev and his wealth. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about what is the wealth of Srila Gurudev. His heart, oh God. His heart is Braj. His home is Braj. He's descending. He came from Braj. This is what he came to give. He came to give the highest truth. There is no truth higher than Braj. Braj Vrindavan is the absolute truth. And the highest truth in Vrindavan is who? Radha and Krishna. But highest is Shrimati Radharani. And he came. He came, being sent by Shrimati Radharani for us. He came. And he was the one that was given a certain message, a certain mission. Everyone has their mission. And he had a mission. Shrimati Radharani gave him a special mission. She said, all the treasure chests that I've already sent through the Rupanuga Guru Varg, they've been locked. And I want you to unlock them. I want you to open up those treasure chests. And I want you to freely just distribute all those jewels to everyone and anyone who will come forward. Because I'm not partial. Anyone can take. But it's up to the jiva. Some jivas will stay at home and they won't take. So that's their free will. But anyone who will come and take these jewels, you please give without discrimination. This is the mood of Sachinandan Gaurhari, who is Krishna, in the mood of Srimati Radharani. And Srila Gurudev came in the Nityananda, under Nityananda, our Akhanda Guru Tattva, and came in the Rupanuga Guru Varg. And he came for this. He came to help Srila Rupa Goswami fulfill the inner heart's desire of Krishna, of Mahaprabhu. So, our Gurudev had special empowerment, you might say. And we could see that because whenever we came into the association of Srila Gurudev or anyone of the Rupanuga Guru Varg, immediately what happened? We were in Braj. Immediately, like when Srila Prabhupada would walk into the temple, immediately Braj walked in. When Srila Gurudev came anywhere, he brought Braj with him. And he was just wanting us to take shelter. He wanted, what is the most important instruction? Always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. But which Krishna? Braj Krishna. And what is the most important teaching of Rupa Goswami? The 8th verse of Upadeshamrita. Be in Braj. This is for the conditioned souls. Live in Braj under the guidance of a Braj Rasic devotee, and here chant and remember the sweet pastimes of Radha and Krishna. And if you can't live here in your body, then make your heart and mind Braj. He would, you can see, he was so intensely eager to give this to us. He would say, please, please, you come to Brajmandal Parikrama. And then he would take it so deep. We would go to each of the pastime places, just like we would go to Sanket. And in Sanket, he would tell us the Nishant Leela of Radha and Krishna. He would open his heart and take us into the most confidential pastimes of Radha and Krishna. He said, I can take this risk. I can do this. It's no problem. Because when you hear this kind of Leela Katha, like in this 10th canto of the Bhagavatam, of the Ras Leela, when you hear this from the proper source, lust goes away. Prem is coming and lust is going away. So Gurudev, he knew we were lusty. We were so full of material desires. But still, it's no problem because I'm giving pure Hari Katha. I'm bringing praying. I'm a fountain of praying. You just come near me and I will sprinkle you with praying, like this. And of course, so then as he also said, the most painful experience, the most difficult experience for the conditioned soul, the aspiring devotees is what? Is today. Separation. Tirobhav. Tirobhav is so painful. Why? Because anyone who's had that association, it's heart-wrenching. That you cannot go and sit at his lotus feet and look into his deep blue eyes and hear that flow of nectar coming from Braja Vrindavan in Goloka Braja Vrindavan. It's coming down, down, down. It's mixed with, what does it say in the Bhagavatam? Saffron particles from the lotus feet of Krishna. This is praise. Praying being showered upon us. And this is so merciful, so merciful. This is how our ignorance will go. It's the only way we'll become free from the offenses to the holy name, to Nam Aparad. Because what's the most important aparad? We think it's the first one, but it's not. It's the last one. Being attached to our body, thinking we're this body. This is the deepest and the most difficult aparad. It's easier to not criticize, to control our tongue, than it is to think I'm not this body. We're so completely absorbed in I am this body. We may be able to say it, we may be able to think, oh, I'm not this body, yes, I'm a spirit soul. But actually, someone just, and I am this body. Why'd you do that? How dare you do that? How dare you touch me? Or, like this. So to become free from the bodily platform of life, which is the first ignorance that we get, it's ignorance that comes and covers us. Srimati Radharani, out of her complete compassion, isn't she? She's Karunamayi, Kripamayi, Premamayi. She sends, Bhaktisiddhanta, I think it was Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati himself said that the maidservants of Srimati Radharani are this Shobha. The shobha of her toenails, actually. And shobha cannot be translated. The closest translation for shobha is the beauty that's emanating from a pearl. It's shimmering. The beauty of a pearl that's just shimmering from its inside. So this is the maidservants of Srimati Radharani, and this is who she sends. They're shimmering with that beauty of what? The topmost prem. This selfless prem that Sri Rupa and all of her associates have for Srimati Radharani and Krishna. There is no prem more pure. Nothing is as pure as that prem. And they are embodiments of that prem. So that's our Srila Gurudev. That's our Srila Vaman Maharaj. That's our Srila Prabhupada. And they're coming. And they're walking amongst us. And what else have they done that's so merciful? They started our Sambandha. Because we cannot go back home. You can't go home unless you have sambandha. Can you walk into that person's house over there and say, oh, here, I'm part of your family? No, you have to have a relationship. You have to have a relationship to go into someone's home. So to go back home, back to Godhead, which is Krishna's home, where Prabhupada's home is, where everyone's home is, we have to have a relationship. So Sri Guru gives us that relationship. We become their darling daughter or darling son, like this. Everyone has to have a mother and a father. So this is the beginning. The beginning is Sri Guru. And by his relationship and by his mercy, allowing us to serve him, really, I mean, what kind of service you really do? Because he's doing everything. Prabhupada used to say, what's the greatest miracle? I'm doing everything in all my 108 temples all over the world. So we all thought we were doing something, but we weren't. We were simply hands and legs for Srila Prabhupada. He was doing it all, right? So for Srila Gurudev, he's allowing us. He's giving us that mercy to do some Guru Seva. He's accepting it. And the most important thing is that he wants our heart. He wants our affection. He wants our gratitude. Because it doesn't really matter you give him a flower. Or even you distribute, like I used to do, hundreds of books every day. But I was a donkey. You know, it's that you have to give your heart. You have to want to do it to make them happy. Once we have no desire but to make Sri Guru happy with our words, our activities, our thoughts, our moods, our everything, that's the price to pay. It can't even be a fraction of a part of wanting our own interests, our own sense gratification. We can't go back home. It's not possible. So we have to, in this way, serve Sri Guru and beg, oh, Srila Gurudev, please, I can't do it. You please empower me. You please empower me to make you happy with my words, with my activities, with my thoughts, with my everything. You empower me. I am so rotten. I have so many bad habits. I'm a conditioned soul, and my conditioning is, it's worse than a demon. Worse than a demon is Yaksha and Rakshasa. Demons actually have some culture. They just don't like Krishna. But the Yakshas and Rakshasas and the Mochas and the Yavanas, they have nothing but bad habits, you know? And that's where, at least I'm coming from. And so even if I try so hard, it's been 50 years, over 50 years I've been trying to practice sadhana bhakti. And still, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed because my habits, my conditioning is so deep, so deep. I mean, I can chant Hare Krishna, I can do a few things, you know, I can sing, but really the heart, really free from envy, free from lust, free from even, you know, being dirty, you know, I mean, really. So we just pray and pray and pray. And the lotus feet of today is a special day from Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj. Please make me qualify. Please, 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 so that I could actually go back home, back to Godhead, and reside there at your Manjari lotus feet and assist you in your prem seva to Radha and Krishna. That is my home. Jai. Please forgive me for all my offenses. Vansha kalpataruscha, kripa sindhu vivata, patitanam pavanebhyo, vaishnavebhyo, namo
namaha. Thank you, Vrindavan Vilasini Didi, for sharing and offering your Pushpanjali. Next, I would like to call Charu Chandrika Didi to please come forward and offer your Pushpanjali to Srila Gurudev. Would you like a chair or cushion? As you like.
Step home.
It's a little low. It should come closer to you.
Omaginatamandasha Kananjanasla Chakshmalitamina Tasmaishi Namo Om Vishmadai Vadikari Pyampai Shishimand Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhavevcha Patitanam Pavanabhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namah Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Shri Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama. So, on the divine disappearance day of our beloved Srila Gurudev Nityalila Bhusham Padastata Sata Shishimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Swami Maharaj. We have gathered together to hear the glories of these two divine. So, to begin, so just like sometimes the clouds are covering the sun, you cannot see the sun for the clouds. So, when such a divine personality appears in this world, we may not be able to see their glories, but when they disappear, and then we're able to look back at their lives and see so many of their divine qualities, of their divine teachings, what they gave to this world. So on such a day we can try to contemplate those teachings. And like Rohini Nandan Prabhu said, and also Vrindavan Vilasini did, that what Gurudev gave is so very rare. There's so many gurus, so many Vaishnavas, maybe here in Braj itself, even traveling all over the world. And they may be worshipping so many demigods. They may be claiming to fulfill everyone's material desires. You know, oh, if you worship this demigod, you will get this wealth, or anything like that. But, like Rohini Nandan Prabhu said, Gurudev came and he gave the greatest wealth, the highest wealth, to even most fallen, conditioned souls. So, first of all, he spoke about Anibalasita Sanyam Jnana Karmanavritam. What is Uttama Bhakti? What is pure Bhakti? Many people are doing all kinds of mixed Bhakti, Karma Mishra Bhakti, Jnana Mishra Bhakti, Vopsiddha Bhakti, like this, but it's very rare to find someone who's actually even has interest in performing pure devotional service, Uttama Bhakti. So, and even there may be so many atheists, and amongst them it's extremely rare to find anyone who's worshipping like Ganesh or Durga Devi or Shiva, any like this. And amongst them, it's very rare to find someone who becomes a Bhakta of Lord Narayan, Lakshmi Narayan. And amongst so many Bhaktas of Lakshmi Narayan, it's extremely rare to find someone who has some interest, inclination to worship Krishna. But even amongst those, maybe so many are worshipping Dwarkadish Krishna, Rukmini Dwarkadish, like that. And amongst them, how rare is it to find someone who's has inclination to worship Brajendranand and Shyamasundar? And amongst them, how rare is it to find someone who has an inclination for Vaidhi Bhakti? And what to speak of Raganuga Bhakti? So Gurudev, he came to give this Raganuga Bhakti. And he said, you know, many may speak about Vaidhi Bhakti, but I've come here to speak about Raganuga Bhakti. I want to give you this. So we may be chanting 3 lakhs Harinam every day like Haridas Thakur. We may be following all the limbs of Bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, and so on. But with this mood of Vaidhi Bhakti, unless we get this greed to attain Radha Dashyam, to follow in the footsteps of our Rupanuga Vaishnavas, Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami Pad, then how is it possible that we can attain this greed? And Gurudev came to give us this greed. He gave so many books. He said, he was giving Hari Katha. He always said, just lend me your ears. Just hear with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul, everything. Take this, even something of this Hari Katha that I'm giving, take it into your heart. And if we are able to do that, then maybe we will find the jewels that Gurudev had come to give. He came as a Dasi of Srimati Radhika, he came to collect so many flowers to offer at the lotus feet of his Swamini Srimati Radhika. Who has agreed to attain the service. So Gurudev, he gave such a legacy. So many books, like starting with Shiv Pradesh Amrita, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu, Bhagavad Gita, and so many what's it called? Ras Panchajai of Srimad Bhagavatam. So many books that had so many jewels, so much nectar in. But especially he gave the example of how he was doing bhajan. Actually, how he would wake up so early in the morning. How he would recite so many stotrams, really from his heart, crying and begging and praying for this mercy of Srimati Radhika, for Rupa Goswami, for Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. So he was given an example in his home life how we can try to follow this, just have even a little greed for this. Hearing this Hari Katha, Gurudev said, then Krishna will certainly manifest in your heart, because Krishna is non-different to Krishna Katha. And he will very easily cleanse our hearts of all anarthas, all lust, anger, greed, envy, illusion, pride, malice, everything. He will take out from the root. And he can reside there along with Srimati Radhika. But we may have a long way to go. I know I have a very, very, very long way to go. But we have to start somewhere. So Gurudev said we have to become street beggars. Street beggars on the street of Braj. We may sing, oh, I'm living in Vrindavan. How fortunate am I? But Gurudev much Bhaktivatsalya, Shishivatsalya, that he said that, I'm very pleased with those devotees who are living in Braj, but those devotees who are struggling in the West, they have no association, they're struggling to do their sadhan bhajan every day. And they're like a fragrant flower in the desert, like dry, but begging for mercy. Then my heart goes out to them and I give them my full mercy. So Gurudev, he had so much affection for all his darling sons and daughters, and he wanted to give us everything. He wanted to give us his very heart, like Vrindavan Vilasdidi said, his heart is Braj. He wanted to give us this Braj Bhakti. But we have to have this greed to attain it. And I just want to say one last thing, just one thing about Srila Vamana Goswami Maharaj, because it's his divine appearance day today, that Srila Vamana Goswami Maharaj, he came to the mat very, like as a young boy. And he had such a Seva-vritti mood of service. His name was Sajjan Sevak Brahmachari. Sajjan means like pure, sattva pure. And Sevak means service. So he had this pure mood of service and such a greed to serve the Vaishnavas, to serve his Gurudev. So he would be non-stop serving and at the same time going to school. Even doing so many services, he came top in his class. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he called him and he said, you failed at your school. We were hearing in the Rupsanat and Gaudiya Mat this morning, you failed your exam. He was very surprised. He said, how is it possible? It's not possible. If someone's serving Guru and Vaishnavas, it's not possible to fail. And then Bhaktisiddhanta, he was very pleased by his answer. And he said, this is very good. Actually, no, you didn't fail, you came topmost. So he came topmost in his class at school, but he was also topmost Guru and Vaishnava. And always serving, even when he had a fever of 104, then there was no one there to serve. Some devotees, people came to the mat, no one there to serve. So Param Gurudev, he said, get up and serve. He didn't say, I'm sick, I have a fever of 104, it's not possible. He's immediately, without any hesitation, he got up, he performed all services, cooking, serving the Vaishnavas, cleaning afterwards, and Param Gurudev said, okay, after you can fall sick. So he took little rest after, but his life was in service. So I pray on this day of his divine appearance, of the divine disappearance day of our Gurudev, that I can get one drop of this Seva-vritti, one drop of the greed that Gurudev had and he came to give us to attain this topmost goal of Radha Dasham and to one day be able to follow this Raganuga Bhakti. So please forgive me for taking up so much of your precious time. Srila Gurudeva ki jai, Srila Vamana Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Vanchikavadrivista kripa sindhabeva patitagam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo.
Thank you, Charu Chandrika Didi, for coming and sharing and offering your Pushpanjali. Now I would like to call Gopijana Vallabha Prabhu, Gurutama Prabhu, to please come forward and offer your Shraddha Pushpanjali to the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev, Srila Vamana Maharaj. He's known me since, I was too young to remember, but he's always been such a inspiration in kirtan, in distributing Srila Prabhupada's books, in everything. So, Gurutama Prabhu ki jai.
Such a memory of
So actually everything I wanted to say, I was thinking about it over there, so I don't have to say it now. So that'll cut everything short. But Om Gyan Tvaram Ganam Salakaya Chakshum Militam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasinudhavevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So today is a special day, and these days they come seemingly quite often. Quite often for me, meaning that I always say that the next time this day comes around, that I will be genuinely be able to consider myself a devotee, a true servant of the Divine Masters. So today is the disappearance day of Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and the appearance day of Srila Bhaktivedanta Brahman Goswami Maharaj. And it's quite appropriate because Prabhupada used to say there's no difference between appearance and disappearance. So today we have that teaching before us. So not to make things too lengthy, everyone spoke very nicely about the glories of this day. So I was remembering one sloka the Lord Brahma said, or it was spoken, I think it was Lord Brahma. It said, Naivo Payanti Pachatim Kavayastavesha. It wasn't spoken by Brahma. Brahma Yusapi Kritaviddam Udasmaranta Yonta Bahis Tanubritam Ashuban Badunma Acharya Jaita Papusas Vakatim Yanati. It is stated that if a person had a lifetime of Brahma Yusab, and even he's a great poet, a great scholar, a great Vaishnava, a great devotee of the Lord, it would not be sufficient to be able to expound the glories of these transcendental personalities. So I used to be a little worried, oh, what am I going to say? But then that sloka always comes up and bails me out. Because I don't have a lifetime of Brahma, and all the great poets and learned persons, they've also conceded to the fact that they're not being able to glorify. But I will say that Srila Gurudev, for me, in my life, immediately was giving us the principle of love and separation. This is the wealth of the Vaishnavas. This is the wealth of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Srila Prabhupada used to always say that no one is going around, the Goswamis are not going and saying, oh, I have seen Krishna, I have seen Krishna. Oh, I've got this Bob, I've got this, and I saw it in this, no. Their mood is not like that. Hey Radhe Vajadevi Ke Chalalite Nanda Sumno. And this sloka you were quoted there just the other day, I heard that. Yeah? So this is the mood, but love and separation. And so my first experience with Srila Gurudev was this love and separation. How was that? Oh, in 1983, 4, 5, we were always listening to Srila Gurudev's kirtan. And Srila Gurudev would sing, Shri Guru Charana Padma Ke Bhava Bhakti Sarma. And he would, Bandamui Sava, right? He would hit this high note. And when he hit that high note, it was love. I said to myself, because I would listen to this kirtan over and over and over and over again like a madman, because I would try to do my kirtans. I would imitate, You know, although it's an imitation of a good thing, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
So I would imitate this kirtan. And then one day, I heard this high note. And I said to myself, here is someone that can teach me how to love the Guru. Now, this was in 1983-4-5. I had not met Srila Gurudev, although in 81 I did pay obeisance because Srila Sridhar Maharaj Mutt and David Undergodiya Mutt, they were doing a joint kirtan. So the sannyasis all came, and it was Gurudev, and I offered my obeisance to him and all the other great sadhus at the time. But I had no connection. But I had that connection through hearing that. And so there it was, because I was feeling some separation from Srila Prabhupada. And I said, here is someone that can teach me how to love the Guru. So love and separation is the mission for all of us. So I'm kind of bewildered, because every day I'm thinking, love and separation. Gurudev is there. I walk, if I see a shadow, I'm thinking this Gurudev is in front of me and I'm walking behind him. Every moment. This is love and separation. We can prove our feelings and love by our actions. When we have this mood of separation, and that love and feeling that I must satisfy this individual. So it just doesn't fall on a day like today. Actually, these days is when I actually feel like, oh, he is gone. I'm supposed to be feeling some separation. But actually, the mood of separation brings about the greatest meeting. The real wealth of the association with the true sadhu is that they give you constant association, and simultaneously there's a feeling of separation. So we see that Krishna, when he's feeling some separation from Radha, and he's meditating on Radha. Oh, he said, I can feel her touch. I can see her. Right? She's walking back and forth in front of me. She's in my heart. So why am I in separation? Why am I feeling the separation? So he's meeting in that separation. And there's so many reasons why Krishna left Vrindavan. Because of this separation. Because in that separation, there's the greatest meeting. So for all of us, we have an opportunity. Every moment we have an opportunity to feel love and separation. This is my goal, my desire, and hopefully next year, because I used to have this saying, that if I don't have love of God today, I'm going to get it tomorrow. When I was a new devotee, I started this like 50 years ago with this phrase. And I remember when I first said it, people thought I was a little bit of a fool. How you? Huh? But I'm going to stick with it. If I don't have it today, I'm going to get it tomorrow. So this is the goal of human life. This is the goal for all of us. To keep these great personalities constantly within our vision. And we can do that by dedicating ourselves in some way, shape, or form to please them and to satisfy their mission. This is real love. Love is not just simply a word, love. Love is an action. Therefore, we see in Brahma Samhita, it talks that last sloka. That love, what is that love? That love is dancing, talking, singing. There's a glorification, bringing that realm into this world. So this is our goal, this is our desire, and And we're very, very fortunate to have that moment of association, because it just takes one moment. Lavamatra, Sadhu Sangha, Sava Siddhi Hoy. Just one moment, that's all it takes. And just before I end, I saw Srila Bhaktivedanta Bhama Goswami Maharaj just for a moment. He was about to leave the planet, and so I wanted to go see him. So he was in Krishna Nagar, and I went with another devotee. We were coming from Bangalore, and we traveled. We wanted to get there to see him. And because they had moved him to Krishna Nagar because he was basically an Antar Das all the time. And every now and then he would come to external consciousness. So I didn't know if he would be in external consciousness when I got there or not. But I said, I'm going to see him. So we go, and we were there, and the devotees, they brought him out to see us. There was 3 or 4 other devotees there, and he was in internal consciousness. But they sat down in the chair, and I was praying. I've come this distance. I want to get something from this great sadhu. And of course, just by seeing them, so much gain is there. But then just suddenly, he said, Hare Krishna. And he opened his eyes and said, Hare Krishna. And then closed them. And that's all he said.
That's enough.
And I was thinking, Navamata Sadhu Sangha, Sava Siddhi Hoy. All glories to their divine graces. We pray that they would be our constant companion in our life. Go Premanandi.
Thank you, Guru Mahaprabhu, for sharing. Madhu Mangal writes, now we know where Rasika gets that enthusiasm from. So, yeah, but he reminded me, because Srila Gurudev's kirtans had, traveled in a viral way all around ISKCON. People would copy those cassettes and they would just go from place to place to place. You know that one? Radhe Radhe Govind, like pumping kirtan, really amazing. And I remember every day I would be doing the afternoon cut-up for the deities in ISKCON Los Angeles Temple. And we all, of course, knew for a fact that Srila Prabhupada is a pure devotee. But if we wanted to listen to any other kirtans, there was lots of other choices. I didn't know if anyone else was a pure devotee, but that one, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj, I would listen to that every single day. And I wanted to meet him, and I wanted to learn kirtan from him. It became an obsession, like you were saying. You brought back that memory. Next, I'd like to call Gopi Jana Vallabha Prabhu to please come forward and offer your Shraddha Pushpanjali, the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev.
Today, just to say something, today is the day which we can churn our heart to remember Srila Gurudev, to remember Srila Vaikuntha Maharaj. And so many devotees have given us so much udipan to acquire that remembrance. Although Gurudev is not here, he's here. So meeting and separation are both there. So thank you for letting me speak here. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vistaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityananda Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharane Nevachesh Shanivadi Pastajade Sitarane Namo Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Tadale Krishna Krishna Bhaktaya Bhaktaya. I offer my humble obeisance to my Hari Nam Diksha Guru, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, my Shiksha Guru, Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Govinda Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Shri Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Keshava Maharaj, Bharati Maharaj. So today we have what? We have meeting and we have separation. One's coming to us to give us their mercy, and the other one is a disappearance day, so that's considered to be a little bit of a separation. So we can fluctuate between both. Although they're both eternal Nitya Leela, both of them have a different appearance and disappearance day. So our whole mood should be here is to give udipans so that we can appreciate their qualities, their natures, their appearance before us. Because they're gone now, and we meditate on their eternal transcendental forms. No. Gurudev told the ISKCON devotees one time, he said, they asked him, Prabhupada, he's gone. He's in Nitya Leela. How can we meditate on him? Can we meditate on his form there? Gurudev said, how can you meditate on Srila Prabhupada? You don't even know his eternal mood there. You don't know his eternal form there. You don't know his activities. So what did he say? He said, you meditate on as you knew him, as Swami Maharaj. Swami Maharaj's eternal form is transcendental. Gurudev's form here in the material world is transcendental. Bhaktivedanta Bhaman Maharaj's form here is transcendental. They have all good qualities. So how to glorify them? Very difficult. So, elegance, charitable, merciful, kind, learned, forgiving, willing, selfless. All these qualities are there in these people, although now we're trying to appreciate what they had. So what I'm going to do is we're trying to stimulate our previous remembrance of these people, because Smarna is very important. We should always constantly be absorbed in meditating on the Guru, his activities, his form, his nature, his pastimes, and his name. Never forget, because that Guru is giving you everything you can possibly have. And without that Guru's mercy, without remembering him, without thinking of him, how can you remember Krishna? First Guru is first. Remember Guru first. Without Guru, there's no question of loving Krishna and thinking of Krishna. He is the foundation, the basis of everything. So I just want to, of course, I'll tell some of my particular experiences with Srila Gurudev. And that may trigger some udipans in each individual's heart, according to how they related with Gurudev or their experiences with Gurudev. So that's basically my desire to do that, to help everyone to remember Gurudev on this day. Very special mercy day, to remember Srila Gurudev and their qualities and their pastimes. Of course, the philosophy has been presented by Rohini Nanda Prabhu and other people here also. So I want to concentrate more on some pastimes that I have with Srila Gurudev. When I first left ISKCON, I was recommended by Govinda Maharaj to hear from Narayan Maharaj because he was a Raghunaga Bhakta. So when I first met Gurudev, I was brought there by two devotees, Tirthapad and Shamala. We went to Mathura, and Gurudev was there in his room, sitting there on his bed. Very elegant, very calm, very patient, very loving. Everything was there. And you could feel it immediately. So as soon as I saw Srila Guru, I've never met him before. As soon as I saw him, immediately I liked him so much. So this is the quality of a real Vaishnava, that immediately, if you have any piety in your heart, you'll be attracted. So that was my first experience with him. My second experience with him was when I went to Mathura the second time. He was sitting in the chair outside in front of his room, and I came in front of him. And I did a full Dandapat right in front of him. right in front of him. And he put his foot on my head. And I felt like, wow. What was that all about? I have no idea, because I never even heard it. And the Guru put his foot on your head. Of course, I wasn't so Shastric at that time, but in the Shastra, there are different, circumstances where Nityananda put his head on different people. So I felt very fortunate that time. Now, Gurudev, every time after that, what did he do? He embraced me. Because he wanted me. He wanted me to, he wanted to give bhakti. He wanted to give me that. And maybe because he could see my past life, or my past life in this birth, that there was a lack of something there, especially in my family life, So he would hug me every time. He made me feel like he was my father. He made me feel like he was my friend. And I felt so happy with that I became more and more attracted. So that's the third time I met him, I believe. So the fourth time, after having so much love and affection from him and being so attracted to him, what did he do? It was in Mathura. We went to Srivas's house. Probably many of you probably been there before. And Gurudev would go there and he gave a class. And he's sitting on the couch there in Srivas's house. So after he gave I can't remember the class, but he gave a very beautiful class, of course, naturally. We went downstairs and we did Arti, and then we did Tulsi Puja. So I was very proud at that time, thinking that I was, a Prabhupada disciple, and I'm from ISKCON. I had no idea where the Gaudiya Math was at, practically. I didn't understand that much. So I was very proud. So we were doing circumambulating Tulsi Puja at that time. And Gurudev, he shocked me so bad. He ran after me. And he started to yell at me and point his finger at me, and I was like so shocked and so scared, I didn't know what to think. I never thought a guru would do that, So then I later on thought about it, and I thought that he actually knew that unless he captured me by showing me that you're coming into a new realm, this Gaudiya Math, I was just joining the Gaudiya Math. It's a whole new platform. It's a whole new perspective on bhakti. In order to capture me and so that I would accept him as my guru beyond Prabhupada was something that was very difficult for a lot of devotees to do, And especially in ISKCON, I'm coming from ISKCON. So that he did to me, and then I began to realize that actually that was his way of cutting my false pride, thinking that I was very learned and I was more advanced than people who were in his mod or following his teachings. So then Gurudev, over the years, many times, one time we were in Mathura, we were going to a house program, and Gurudev was leading us all inside. And I always used to stay very close to him, because I felt very attracted to him, like everybody else, of course. So he very quickly, he turned around to me, and he looked me in the eyes with such a deep, loving, affectionate mood. Right on the spot, tears started to come down my eyes, like Vrindavan Vilasini crying, and Charu's crying, and I was thinking, wow, I wish I could cry like that. But it reminded me of that instance when Gurudev did that to me, and I started to cry on the spot. And then we finished the program, so that's another pastime there. Also, when I first became Pujari here, I had a Giriraj, and I brought it to Gurudev, and I said, Gurudev, I brought my Gurudev, I brought my Guru, my Giriraj. So he was sitting on his bed in the new room there, and he said, whose Giriraj is that? And I felt like, wow, I didn't know what to say, because he totally shocked me. Whose Giriraj is that? I said, your Giriraj, Gurudev. Anyway, So he also gave me some further loving sentiments for his Guru Vargan, his Guru Maharaj Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Maharaj, when he described to me the mantras, Brahma Gayatri and all the different mantras. He sat me down, he said, "You sit here." And he looked at me and he started to describe the mantras. When he got to his Gurudev, he practically was crying right in front of me. I was the only one there. And because he had so much love in his affection, he was kind of instilling in my heart the idea that to love the Guru was the most important thing, and how much he loved his Gurudev, which I didn't have for Prabhupada. I loved Prabhupada. But to see how a pure devotee loves his Guru Maharaj is a very, very different experience, you know, and it totally overwhelming. So another time I was here, we had just built a temple, and one of the devotees from upstairs, she's from, I believe it's New Zealand, she's an artist, so she had painted my Thakurji's eyes and, you know, gopi dots and everything. And Gurudev walked in, and I said, "Gurudev, I just had my Giriraj painted. Can you look at him?" So Gurudev, he got the wrong impression, you know. He thought that because I was a painter, he knew I was a painter. I had painted the whole temple in Rup Sanatana Gaudiya Math. He was so happy with that. He said, "I'm going to put you on the top there and make a statue of you." And he was so happy with that, you know. Because Gurudev appreciates everybody. Whether you're a scholar, whether you're a musician, whether you're an artist, he sees the essence of your qualifications and your bhakti, and he tries to nourish that as much as possible. So that's what I noticed with that. He also told me one time when I questioned him, I said, "Gurudev, I really feel insignificant. I don't have any qualifications. I was just learning the philosophy. I didn't know anything. I wasn't a good pujari, I wasn't a good this, couldn't do kirtan, didn't know the philosophy." So many things, you know, so many misqualifications. Anyway, so I said, "Gurudev, how can I possibly serve you?" He said, "Do you paint?" Because he knew I was a painter, and I told him, I said, "I'm a painter." He said, "Can you do artwork like Shamarani?" And I said, "No, I'm just a painter." So he said, "Okay." He said, "Don't worry, like all of us. No one should worry. Whether Gurudev loves us, no matter what position we're in." And he said, "Don't worry." He said, "First thing you should do is you should be submissive." Of course, there's that verse, Tadvili, submission, inquiry, and service. You just be submissive. You don't have any qualifications. So you be submissive to me, and I will throw everything at you. Don't worry. So that was another instance. Now the last instance that, of course, is just before Gurudev was leaving this material world, which was the most incredible encounter I had with him, as far as physically touching him and this and that. Of course, I was upstairs in his room here, and I went in, no one was there, and Gurudev was sitting on his bed, and I sat down next to him, right on his bed. How bold I was to do something like that. And he reached over to me, and he put his hand on my shoulder, and he started to rub my shoulder, just looking at me. And I felt so comfortable. He always made everyone feel so comfortable. Of course, not all the time, but you always felt comfortable around him. But you had to be careful, because he can be very,
fierce. So
I put my hand on his shoulder, and he had his hand on my shoulder, and we were both going like this, stroking each other, and I was like, it was so overwhelming. I had no time to even think what was going on. It just was totally controlling everything. It was like naturally coming out, which I never really had before with Prabhupada or anything else. Anyway, so that was his last interaction with me. So there may be some more people that want to say something. So I'd like to kindly petition Bhaktivedanta Vaman Maharaj, who was a great scholar and very gentle, very kind person, very meditative, and Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj to kindly keep pouring their blessings on this soul so that I can ultimately reach you again and have your darshan. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Gopi Janabala Prabhu. Now I'd like to call Shashikala Didi. Now I'd like to call Sudevi Devidasi to please come forward. She turned it down for this moment. We have no time to waste.
Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Vidalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Today, listening to all of the Puspanjalis and the offerings to Srila Gurudev and Srila Vaman Maharaj, it's really touched my heart, but also enlivened me. Especially hearing Rohini Nandan Prabhu. What he was speaking is so essential. Right now, not just outside, not just other mats, not just other lineages, but within Srila Gurudev's own temples. Within Srila Gurudev's own temples, his moods, his siddhanta, and the tattva that he has given us is being ripped apart. All over the world, devotees are inviting Vaishnavas who are speaking opposite of our Gurudev to speak in Gurudev's temples. If we think that all of the deviations going on outside are a problem, we should look inside first. Just like instead of looking at the faults of others, we should look at ourselves. Look at our own faults first. It has to be taken into consideration. It is not a small thing. This Jeev Tattva. Our Gurudev spoke it everywhere. It is in Param Gurudev's biography. Gurudev said, if every other Shastra were to become lost due to their own desire, their own accord, if this book, Param Gurudev's biography, were left, nothing would be lost. That means that is the Jeev Tattva that Gurudev wants the world to understand. Persons who are traveling around and preaching opposite tell that, oh, if you preach this, what your Gurudev preached, what Param Gurudev preached, Srila Prabhupada preached, Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj preached, if you preach this, he says it, then they will be seen as fools. It will make them look foolish. Think about that. That means that this person is saying that that Siddhanta is foolish. Don't repeat it. And they're being welcomed into Gurudev's temples. What is our duty as disciples? Gurudev said to obey. Gurudev is giving mercy. That is what he is doing. He's giving us his mercy. How? In the form of his teachings. He's not giving us just material happiness. He is giving us the teachings of our Guru Varga. He is giving us truth. Everything out outside of that is untruth. Gurudev always quoted Shastra, and it is our duty as disciples to follow his teachings. To be a follower means to follow. It means that we can worship our Gurudev every single day, every moment of every day, by following their teachings, their moods, their siddhanta. Our Gurudev is in line. He is not teaching anything different. What he has given to us is so astonishing. I was sent a lecture the other day, and Srila Gurudev was telling in this lecture how wonderful it is, our position, because of what is the nature of our Atma, even above so many others. He said Hanumanji can't come into Vrindavan if he sees Mother Yashoda smacking Krishna, or even the gopis tying him to a tree, beating his face at Shankari Kaur. What will he do? He can't digest this thing. He said, but you are all so fortunate. Because of the nature of your Atma, you don't understand how high this is. Why do we need to run anywhere else? Have we actually dived into the teachings of our Gurudev, of Srila Prabhupada? As Didi was saying, Vrindavan Vilasini Didi was saying, do we even consider and understand that we are not this body? But yet we can run all around everywhere and accept bits and pieces from those who do not honor, respect, or even follow our Bhakti Vinod Dhara. If we want to actually give Puspanjali to our Gurudev and our Guru Varg, we have to do it through following, through obeying. It is not a simple thing, but that is the quality of a disciple. And if we do less, then it is questionable what kind of a disciple we are. And we can all take our own posts. Gurudev never expected that we were all these great personalities and we could follow everything. We can't. It's so hard to even follow Vajravegam. I can't. I have a lot to say about a lot of things. But being a disciple, if we have something to say, then defend our Gurudev and our Guru Varga. If we become angry, then that anger should be rightfully just. Don't allow those that are preaching against our Gurudev into Gurudev's own temples. How can we do that thing? If we let these little deviations, the Swarup of the Jeev, the Swarup of Prabhupada, different Ekadashis, if we let these things in, they're not little things, but if we let those things in and we just say, oh, it's okay, let's all get along, then what to speak of what's going on out there? We will also be losers in our one-pointedness to our own goals. Because Krishna manifested to us as Guru Krishna everything that Krishna wants us to know. He tells us through the lotus mouth of our Gurudev and our Guru Varga. We don't need to go outside. We don't need to leave the Bhakti Vinod Dhara. And those personalities that are in line, they are my brothers. They are my sisters. And those personalities who are going against the teachings of our Guru Varga, how are they related to me? Yes. We are related through our Gurudev and Guru Varga. That is Svajatya. Those are persons we can open our hearts with. We can resonate with. Anything outside of that, anyone who is unfavorable to our Gurudev, Gurudev said, what to speak of those who are unfavorable to our Gurudev? He said, even those who support those who are unfavorable to our Gurudev, we will never look at their faces. This is Guru Nishta. Not such an easy thing, but actually the easiest thing. Hold on tight to the lotus feet of our Gurudev. Holding on doesn't mean grabbing his feet and not letting him move. Holding on means to carry his moods, his teachings, his words, his instructions, and don't let go. And even if we don't know how to fight, even if we don't know how to preach,
we can at least say pranam forever. I'm going into that association that nourishes my relationship with my Gurudev, my Guru Varga, and the Bhakti Vinod Dhara. Do not leave the Bhakti Vinod Dhara. Gurudev was so adamant that we should be very careful to never leave the Bhakti Vinod Dhara. If we leave that, then we leave the shelter of our Srila Prabhupada, of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada, of Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj, of all of our Guru Varga, including our Param Gurudev, including our Gurudev. Don't leave the Bhakti Vinod Dhara and hold on tight to the lotus feet of our Gurudev. That is Puspanjali, and that is real Guru Puja. What is Dev going to do with a bunch of fire waved in his face? What is he going to do with a bunch of flowers? What does he do with them? He doesn't need them. He hasn't come for that. He has come to give us a message, and that message is what is to be delineated, nothing else. We have no other intelligence other than the intelligence that our Gurudev has given us to repeat his message. That is it. We don't know anything. It can be stripped from us in a moment. Really quick. There was one Vaishnava who ended up going against what Gurudev wanted them to do. And Gurudev told Kishori Mohan Prabhu and I, he said, I have taken everything I have given her. I have taken it back. And now I am giving it to you. She can taste the results of her own karma. That was a shock of a lifetime. It made me realize that, first of all, anything we have, it is the property of our Gurudev. It is the mercy of our Gurudev. And if we misuse that, if we step out of line, then Gurudev can remove that in a moment and he can give it to someone else. We have to walk a path very carefully, like a razor's edge. Do not swerve even 1 inch from the teachings of our Gurudev. Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj says, if we swerve even 1 inch, we will be thrown off the path into oblivion forever. That is not a joke. So hold tight to the feet of your Gurudev. Preach his moods, his conceptions, and pray for mercy. And that mercy will be given, no doubt. And then we will understand that is pleasing to him. Not a bunch of sweet words, not a bunch of artis, not a bunch of external circumstances, but following and accepting what he has come to give and not accepting anything less. Vancha kalpatarubhyashta kripa sindhubhyascha kripa vaishnavabhyo.
Mother Mangal said about Rasika, now after her father spoke, now I see where she gets her fire. And when we were going to get married, Gurudev told Sudevi, you have to give dowry. When she first met him, he said, your father? She said, I don't like my father. And Gurudev said, I am your father. And so when he said, you have to give dowry, she said, but Gurudev, you're my father. And he said, oh, then I have to give. And she said, yes. And he said, oh, no. So now I see where she gets her fire, from her father, Gurudev. I just wanted to share in the context of what Sudevi just told. It's very, very quick, short quote from Srila Gurudev. He said, on these days, days of the Viraha Mahotsava, of our Guru Varga, means the day of their disappearance. These Sat Sishya, the real disciples, will meditate upon the transcendental qualities of their Guru, and they will vow to employ their instructions in their life as far as possible. That on this day, it is that opportunity to make that resolution. I vow to employ your instructions in my life as far as possible. So I don't know what time Aarti is. It's almost 1 o'clock. Do we have any messages from the altar? Anyone? Shashikala Didi? Not yet? Are you ready?
She might be interrupted.
Arti now? 5 minutes.
Not long enough.
Not, is it long enough?
No.
Okay.
Yes, it's more than
No.
It's not long enough.
Oma Genati Mirandasya Genanjaya Shalakaya Shakshur Manitam Gina Tasmai Shri Guravi Namaha. Unlimited, most grateful and humble obeisances of the Lord is sweet. My Sri Harinam Gurudev Nityalila Pravishom Shala Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, our Prophet. Same to our Diksha Gurudev, Bhajan Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishom Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. To our Shiksha Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Bhaman Maharaj, Bharati Maharaj, Srila Govinda Maharaj, Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj, and so many Rupa Ruga Guru Varga Ki Jai. To all of you present here, I offer my most humble obeisances. If we were to understand the level of mercy that we are receiving here, today, every second in the dawn, we would faint. Like Srila Sukadev Goswami, if he would have said, not possible. What we are receiving from Guru Varga, no words. We can, like we said for Prabhupada, nothing to match. Gurudev, I will emphasize on one thing. Gurudev said 3C. Don't criticize, don't complain, and don't stop chanting. I mean, of course, we want Manjariba, we want to attain the perfection of this life at the lotus feet of Gurudev, by his mercy, by his grace. We have to start by foundations, strong foundation, and he has given. He has given those foundations, he has given us tremendous jewels that we can discriminate what is Rupa Ruga Bhajan, what is real bhakti. This is so important, like we said. So many gurus, so many paramparas, so many things, even from here. Rigvik, even from opposite to Gurudev. So it is true. Gurudev said, when I will leave, everyone will show their own colors. It happened. We were not expecting. Actually, when Gurudev left, it was like an earthquake, landslide. From one moment to another, we had lost absolutely everything. Everything was lost. The one who was keeping everything together was just disappeared. Okay, we can say by Gyantadva, is ever present, you see, is everywhere, but we have the Nam, Rup, Gun, but we don't have the Lila anymore. Every disciple had some Leelas, some pastime with Gurudev, personal relationship, some bandhagya. And this is what kept us at his lotus feet. This is not an abstract relationship, it was very concrete. There, he is my father, he is my friend. And we had one point that we knew Gurudev is here, everyone was going there. There was no question, where should I go, not go, no. But the moment he left, that was the most terrible pariksha, examination for all of us. Srila Bhaman Maharaj and Gurudev, their relationship was so unique, only based on love. Transcendental, paramartic love. Srila Bhaman Maharaj said, I don't want to be president, Acharya, you do. Oh no, I don't want. I'm not qualified, you do. They had to fight. He was, who was him? Shri Siddhanta Maharaj was there, okay, you have to get it together because otherwise the mission of your Guru Maharaj will go west. So to keep the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti going on, he had to accept, okay. But every time Srila Bhaman Maharaj had to go for, to initiate other jivas, he would go to Gurudev and say, today I'm making a very, like a crime. I have to initiate, please bless me. Such a humility, such a unity that is gone. They were example, complete exemplary in their life. We could see them together, much they were loving, because they were only dedicated to their Guru Maharaj. To all the Guru Varga, they were completely selfless. Niskinshan, Akinshan. Only my Gurudev should be happy, my Gurudev should be served and pleased. So anyway, me, if I look at myself, like Sudevi said, take the pulse, take your pulse, put your hand on your heart and see. Did I make any advancement in 1 year since the last? Nothing, zero. I'm very much engrossed in my comfort. This is breaking, I have to fix this, that. I need this, I would be better for... No, I am not a disciple, Baba. I am not a disciple. I am Kapat. Just a great pretender, like Srila Gogol Maharaj used to say, big pretender, yes, this is what I am. I'm still trying, Gurudev, but I am a pretender. Please forgive me. When I will be able to enter into the Kunj, Nikunja, you know nothing can see the air. Whenever you will be giving me a trance, because I would have become fit to go back to home, then I will say yes, Gurudev, I am your disciple. Truly, but today, sorry everybody, I am not a disciple. I can be aspiring, but like Charu said, such a long way to go, such a long way to go. So I can only pray to their divine lotus feet and hold the lotus feet of the Guru Varga that you please don't abandon me or neither anyone who is struggling on the path. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said this path of pure devotion is full of thorns. Don't think it's so easy to walk on thorns. When you do parikrama, you have pain in your feet. You want to stop. You want to stop walking, but you go on. You go on because we have to complete. At least I pray I'll be able to complete something in this life. With the mercy of all the Guru Varga, all the Vaishnavi, my brother, my sister, and Gurudevs. You please bless me, or bless this fallen soul. Srila Gurudev, Ki Jai, Srila Bhaman Maharaj, Ki Jai. Ki Jai to everyone who is trying, struggling, but going on, and don't give it up. Go, Premanande, my Lord.
Shashikala Didi, for sharing your heartfelt Pushpanjali. Now it is time for Aarti, and then there will be Prasad. We will again resume the session this afternoon. I think we'll start bhajans a little earlier because there's just not enough time. We have many devotees who have had beautiful experiences with Gurudev, or maybe they've been touched in some way. Somehow their heart has been moved. The fact that they are present in this room means that somehow or other, your heart has been touched by Srila Gurudev. So this afternoon, we'll start bhajans at 4 o'clock. By 5, we'll be finished, and we will continue to offer our Shraddha Pushpanjalis at the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev and Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj. Please forgive me if I have offended any of you, and if I didn't call on you and you wanted to be called. We will continue this afternoon. If you're still not satisfied, we will continue tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, forever. And we won't be able to even begin to scratch the surface of His glory. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol.